is just all about who we got moving forward, which I kind of want to touch on, like the future players, because there's like, I feel like half the team won't be here next year. Like just given a lot of people, this is the last year. So the Niners don't have any corners like signed after this year.
Nope.
So we're looking at Sherman gone, possibly Ahkello gone. And, talking about Ahkello, he didn't even dress up
Yeah, healthy
yesterday.
scratch.
Healthy scratch. A lot of people comparing him to Dante Pettis already, which comparison I think is valid. I think they're pretty much the same type of player in their respective positions. Like, I feel like Ahkello was drafted in the third round,
Yep.
2017, I believe.
Yeah.
And he thought he was going to come in and get a starting position. You quickly learn in this league, nothing is given to you. Everything is earned year in, year out. Actually, week in, week out, right? And so with Ahkello, I think, he just wasn't improving. He was declining. And you saw Emmanuel Mosley last year, his stock was rising, and he was actually playing better at one point. And then, you look back at the divisional round last year against the Vikings, he just gets, beat by Stephon Diggs, I believe, and then gets benched, I believe. That's how it went. And so that was it. They rode with Emmanuel Mosley after that, and ever since then. And Ahkello just hasn't done anything. And, just being a healthy scratch just leads me to believe he won't be here next year.
Yeah, I'm curious if they tried to trade him during the trade. I know they tried to trade Pettis. I'm super curious if they tried to trade Witherspoon, because if you're not even going to dress him, I mean, that says a lot. Like, you're not dressing a cornerback, especially on the honestly, just on the team with as many injuries, just game to game, like during the game. His heart went down in this game. Like, as many injuries they suffer, like, to not dress like, one of your corners that like at least can play. Like, he's not great. He's not, but he's better than Brian Allen.
They rather dress someone from the practice squad than Ahkello. Like, just that sort of logic to me doesn't add up.
Yeah, so I'm curious if they tried to trade him. Yeah, he Pez is a good comparison. He reminds me of that one corner they had, Rashad Robinson, who kind of same trajectory. They came in, had like a little spurt where they were really good, and people were like, "Ooh, this is gonna be a future cornerback," and then something happened. I think with Witherspoon, he got hurt, and then came back, and then kind of like the one thing I love about Mosley is he seems to have a short memory. Like, he gets burned one play, he comes out, he got burned by Adams, and he came back. I think it was either the next drive or the drive after. He gets that beautiful pass breakup. I mean, really nice.
Get him off the field. Yep.
Yeah, like Witherspoon just not is a guy who's not capable of that. Like, he seems like if he gets beat once, that seems to just be it for him. And you have to have his corner like quarterback. If you make a bad play, you have to delete it and come just the next drive, the next play, and just forget that other bad play happened. Because if you don't, like, it's over. People in this league, they smell blood in the water, right? Like, if you know that this corner's toast, like, you're just gonna keep going at him, going at him. So Witherspoon's just that guy. I mean, he's gonna be, like I said, he's gonna be gone. I don't know if Mosley comes back. I mean, maybe if he keeps getting beat, they could probably sign him to a cheap deal.
Yeah. So, Mosley being gone, or, just a free agent, Sherman being a free agent, K'Wan Williams, being a free agent.
He's the one I like to see him resign.
Yeah. And then you have Jason Verrett.
Yeah.
I mean, if you had to decide, you could only sign one of these guys back, who would it be?
Oh, it's Williams. Williams for me is not even close, honestly. I feel like you can replace the rest of them. Williams is such a good. Yeah, Williams. I love Williams. Tough blitz as well. Great. Like, yeah, I keep him. The other guys, Yeah, compared to the other guys, like he's consistent. Yeah, if I
Super
had to,
underrated for
yeah,
his position. I feel like he's when he's there, when he's healthy, he contributes and he plays that position, that nickel corner, pretty well. And like you said, the blitzes, he just times it perfectly. Like, not everyone can blitz. Aaron Rodgers is going to sniff out whoever's going to blitz pretty quickly. And, he was figuring that out last night. But when you have a guy like K'Wan Williams, like he has an instinct of when the quarterback is going to snap that ball.
yeah,
So he disguises it pretty well. Yeah. I think he's a playmaker.
yeah. Williams for me is it. Yeah, obviously Witherspoon is gone. For Rhett, I don't know. It's not that I wouldn't keep him. I don't know what he's gonna cost. You're afraid that like, is he gonna be healthy next season? Like, like this may be like that kind of season where he's like healthy, kind of like D Ford. That D Ford had his last year in Kansas City where he was healthy for that 1 year, and then
Yeah.
So I that's like my one concern with someone like Barrett is if you pay him decent money, like is he going to give you, can he play 90% of the games? I don't
For
know. So
Verrett,
I'd be really afraid.
yeah. For a guy like Verrett,
Yeah.
if they're gonna sign him, I would think he'd be like a backup. You wouldn't want to sign him to be your starter. That
Yeah.
because of the
Yeah.
reasons you
Just
pointed out. Like he's just unreliable. And I feel like the Niners in the past were signing dudes because they were banking on them to be, healthy. And look where it got them. So I think this offseason, they're going to come up with a different philosophy when they're picking up players. Like, I really do.